Is it on?
Oh my
Clap,
God!
clap, clap.
Who the
Can't hear a
hell
thing.
cares?
What?
I can't hear nothing.
You can't hear it. Always just the fucking headphones ain't on every fucking time. What the fuck, man?
Let me get my disguise on, because I'm so popular in New Jersey.
So why don't you tell welcome back to the Diktators, like the damn video, por favor.
Yeah.
So why don't you tell the people what the hell you were just saying you want to get in here?
Well, I used to be a cocaine dealer.
It says nothing to do with cocaine.
No.
What did you just say? You said if we could secure the area.
We could secure the area.
What did you want to have in here?
A live chicken running around going, buck, 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 buck. I mean, come on, that's got to be funny. Fucking it'll land on the top of your head and start fucking you from behind. That's got to be fucking hilarious.
And who's cleaning the mess up?
You know what? They actually have, when people get murdered,
Yeah?
they actually have this unit that comes in and
Like a
clean.
CSI type of situation?
No.
Oh, yeah, like the cleanup crew.
They clean
know
up
what they're
all
called,
the blood. They steam the street. They steam the room where they were killed.
Yeah, they decontaminate. They clean up all blood and guts and fucking brains on the wall and all that
right,
shit.
don't forget you got to do your goddamn slap in the ass thing there.
What's slap in the ass?
Fucking for the sound.
I don't have a slap sound. What are you talking about?
You slap your hands every week. Today you're not doing it.
Oh, I forgot about that. You're right.
All of a sudden. So what happened there?
I forgot about that.
He was using that all weekend on some girl somewhere.
The hand is raw.
And his hand is raw.
The hand is raw.
He's like, and I told him to use baby oil, but obviously he's still slapping.
Does it make a louder pop sound with the baby oil?
Oh, yeah.
It amplifies the slap, the smack?
Yeah. So I know we're not supposed to talk about sex, but you never done the candle thing yet?
No.
Unreal. You don't know what you're missing.
I do the clap thing. I just want to educate the people. I do the clap thing. It's a audio video thing. But basically, because you record the audio separate from the video, or if you have multiple video going, it works too. Because that way, it gives you a good mark where you can sync everything up.
Blah.
Some people don't know this shit. I'm trying to fucking learn something to the people. I'm trying to be an educator.
All right, so to move away from sex, this is the last thing I'm going to say today. Hopefully I don't get conned into it. And has anybody out there ever used
Too bad.
burning candles, with the one flame on one candlestick on their girlfriends, on their titties, on their booty? On the back, you got to make sure you put a towel underneath that because everything else gets ruined once all the wax gets down in those.
Underneath her on the bed.
Yeah. It's almost like if she was bleeding. Everything gets ruined.
Well, yeah, I mean, freaking hot wax will ruin your blankets,
All right,
sheets, or whatever the hell you get going.
Listen, we were advised by our producer we have to move on. Thank you. Okay, all right. I just got an earful. It's like,
What it is.
yeah.
It is what it is.
So I just got an earful for my producer. We have to move on to another subject. Let's go to FTX.
All right.
So here it is, jackass.
Yeah.
Honestly, you can't be a jackass. The dude's a brilliant person.
To do what he did, I mean,
was
that's
brilliant.
not easy. Dumb idiot ain't pulling that shit off.
He probably got 170 IQ. How else can you do it?
I mean, you don't need 170, but you do need to be pretty smart. You
I
do
mean,
need to be
the
smart.
Bahamas just...
A moron isn't pulling this shit off.
Let's see. 3 weeks ago... Why are you bringing me into this?
I didn't call you a moron, but if you feel guilty, that's on you.
So there he goes. I'm hung. So here it is. He says, I only have $100,000 left in my account. And it's probably in America.
Yeah.
And-
By his local Bank of America account.
Don't get... I'm going to leave that alone. So here it is. All of a sudden, the Bahamas seized 3.5 billion tokens from binary securities, whatever the hell that means. And that's just the beginning of it. And it's like...
That's just the Bahamas. You're telling me he doesn't have nothing in the Caymans,
Switzerland,
Swiss,
Australia.
yeah, you think he else has it in Bahamas? Come on.
Come on. Get real.
on. Yeah.
This guy's a genius. And what's going to happen here is what the government's going to say, this guy is so smart and we're so stupid. Well, we're not stupid. We already got like let's see, every year we got 40 million to vote for the Democrats in 2017. So what's that come out to? It's like, what, 400, 500 million they got for
campaign donations. What a bunch of you know what, one thing that
you would think.
You know one thing I never
You would think.
I haven't really looked into this, but I have a sneaking suspicion with campaign donations. What happens to the leftover money after the campaign is over?
You know, I don't know. What happens?
I think it goes in the politician's pocket.
What happens to all the poor people that are making 20, 30 grand paying taxes?
Does anybody ever get a refund? Like, okay, we have excess amount of campaign donations.
We'll send you a check?
Yeah, start sending checks back to the people. At least like a partial refund.
You ain't getting a check.
That's my point. So where does this money go?
The most thing you're going to get is a letter from the IRS what is that called?
Audit you.
We're auditing you. It's like, I only made $25,000. That's why we're auditing you, because we can screw you even more.
They're a bunch of bastards.
I see on your bank statement you deposited $600.
Why are you looking at my bank statements?
That's what they do.
Bank statements.
Spanish. You deposited $600. That's a
Oh, they're starting that shit now too, aren't they?
Yeah.
They're freaking anything like a PayPal or Venmo or any kind of transfer or anything like that. It's over 600 or over has to be reported. The fuck. So if you're hypothetically your birthday, your kid, or whoever you are, your birthday, your spouse, your parent, your grandparent, whoever gives you some freaking cash for your birthday. If it's over $600, you have to report your fucking birthday gift? What the fuck?
I got flowers and a fur coat.
I mean, that's, us normal people, we don't get jack shit. But some people do get actual nice gifts for their Christmas or birthdays. We get 2 pieces of candy.
This brings me back to growing up. It's like poor as hell. Every Christmas we got socks, T-shirts, and underwear. And I couldn't wonder why. I did not. You better put it down. I could not wonder why.
I got his balls.
I mean,
I got his balls.
There was a Christmas when I guess Dad worked 70 hours a week, 52 weeks, whatever, and we got all bicycles. We're talking in the early 60s.
I never got a bicycle. You're rich.
We're talking like 62. But the thing we found out in life, as you don't find this out, well, you find it out in high school that you keep getting, it probably doesn't exist anymore. You get hand-me-downs from everybody. And you're wearing clothes that are 10 years out of style.
Unless you're the oldest sibling.
And then you're picked on in school all the time. And then you have to step up and beat someone's ass a couple times. And all of a sudden, like, you're all right, we're not going to pick on you anymore because you're a good fighter.
They might not like you, but they'll at least respect you enough to leave you the fuck alone.
That's true. And then I always played the joker in the class because, I wasn't that brilliant. Well, I am now, but...
You mean like academically and like...
Right.
Book smart type of shit.
Well, there's always someone that makes the whole class laugh.
The class clown. Enters Joe. And Joe enters the scene.
That's me, the class clown. I was good at that shit.
How often did you get sent down to the office?
Quite a few. Suspended. This, that.
Like how often, though? Like per year?
You know what? When I was in Catholic school, they sent me in the corner of the room. And they
face the wall,
and they put the dunce hat on you.
Did they really?
Yeah,
they put a fucking dunce hat on you.
They put a dunce hat on you, and they make you stand. You can't sit, and you got to remember.
Oh, you had to stand in the corner with a dunce hat.
Yeah, you got to remember in Catholic school in the '60s when I was going,
they would hit you.
Oh yeah, they hit you with the 3-foot ruler and
right there,
and a pointer stick. They slap you with that on your hand.
That's like a round dowel, basically.
That's probably why my wrists are so fucked up right now.
That's almost like a pull cue.
Yeah, it's like a half-inch stick they're slapping you with. Anyway, they make you stand in the corner there, and the real bitch about the whole situation is...
Yeah?
Let me tell you. And you can't believe it.
Everybody's laughing at you?
Oh, the class is, look at the dunce in the corner. Everybody.
They're like Nelson and Simpsons.
And they're like, make sure everybody starts laughing. I want to hear everybody yell at him and tell him what a dummy he is. And
the nuns would actually tell the other kids to pick on you?
Of course. And then on top of that.
To shame you. They're trying to shame you?
Yeah, and the worst on that is you're stuck with that nun for the whole fucking day.
Well, the whole year.
Whole year, too, but I'm saying
it's
not like public schools like, oh, I got geometry here, I got science here, I got phys ed here.
No, public school, we only, K through 5, we had the same teacher, except for like gym or art. But the most of the day
Art?
was we had art class.
What you draw? Penises?
I didn't draw shit.
All right, go ahead.
I drew freaking butt cracks. So
Girls'
K
butt
through
cracks.
5, you didn't really switch classes.
Use a
throughout
little
the day.
Lumi on that.
6th grade through 12th, you did start changing classes. Like every period, you go to a different, teacher or whatever.
But I have to admit,
Yeah.
I've never been told this, and I really don't know, and this is not sexual.
What?
I always heard the Catholic girls are really dirty.
They are. They have pent up energies.
I don't mean dirty like...
They take showers.
Right. I just mean like kinky.
Kinky.
Yeah.
Yeah. They are.
It's
They
like
have pent up shit.
because they've been held back for like till 8th, 9th grade, and they're like, I gotta let loose.
So when you got in trouble, did you ever have to do that right on the chalkboard like 100 times?
Oh,
I will not mouth off. I will not mouth off.
Yes.
I will not mouth off.
That has happened to me. Not only that, they always take the best looking girl,
Yeah.
or rather the best looking snitch,
Yeah.
in the class. And she'd be like hall monitor, or not hall monitor, she'd be class monitor.
Yeah.
Like the nurse, I guess the nun would have to go to the bathroom or whatever. And it's like, I don't want to, believe me, it was strict. Nobody talking. You can't talk.
How dare you?
Right. Exactly. There is no talking. I want you to do certain things here. Anybody caught talking, the hall monitor is going to write your name on the board, and when we get back, you're fucking beat. They used to beat us. I mean, that would be...
Did they bend you over and spank you? Or what do they whack you in the head? How, what are they?
They would whack you on the ass and your hands.
Okay. Like hard.
Yeah, they would have you bend over.
Like it would leave marks.
Fucking A. These nuns were...
That's child abuse.
These nuns... You know what? I swear to God, these nuns...
But you know what? We probably need more of that nowadays, though, to be honest.
I bet you these nuns run the cartel in Mexico right now.
What?
Yeah.
You think they're out there chopping heads off and shooting motherfuckers?
These nuns were brutal.
Fucking
What are you
ruthless.
talking about? We're talking. The nuns are females. We're talking.
I know that.
Let's see.
Everybody knows that.
The priests were rapists. The nuns are brutal.
Yeah.
Do you see any nuns around anymore?
From time to time, I'll see a nun here or there. They still have them. They still exist, Joe.
You sure?
They're not extinct. They're not an extinct
I'll tell you what.
creature.
The Catholic school I went to, Birthday on Boy in St. Stephen's, they beat the living shit out of us with their goddamn fucking pointer sticks and rulers. And you remember that, like if you were in prison, do you remember like it's like you hear that screeching noise, like your fingernails trying to scrape on the wall, like I've been in here for 3 years, and you're right with your fingers.
Yeah.
These nuns were brutal. I don't know.
Are you sure about that?
I don't know if they were lesbians, but I think they were more into sadism. Honestly speaking, as much as I love being
Maybe they did.
I'm a Catholic, but I'm
Maybe
like,
they dressed freaking men up at night and freaking ball gags.
well, you know what? All you could see on their face was
their eyes. Their
you
nose.
can see like the top of my head here with bandana here, and coming across the cheeks here, and the chin was wrapped in.
It
here.
was like that.
Yeah,
Really?
yeah. They were like
nowadays, most nuns. I mean, they do have some kind of like headgear,
they could have been the Joker
like,
from
cover their
fucking
hair?
Batman.
but their like faces are all exposed now.
Maybe now.
But back then,
It was a whole hood scoop on it. And
it was
like,
almost like a balaclava.
who's a balalala?
I might be mispronouncing that. Bakalava, balak. You know, it's a thing that you like wears in the cold. It's kind of like a hood, sort of. So like freaking, you see that in the movies sometimes when they're like robbing shit or whatever. It's like a headgear thing, and it's like it fits tight. It's like a hat, sort of, but it goes over your whole head, whole face, and like covers your neck and everything.
So is that
and
what
all you see is you see it a lot in like military time movies. Sometimes like special forces or whatever will have this shit. So it covers the mouth, nose, everything.
No,
you
it
just
doesn't.
see the eyes.
It covers the whole forehead coming across.
Yeah.
You can see their eyebrows,
Okay.
and then it comes down
Eyes,
outside
nose,
their eyes,
mouth.
and right underneath it.
So all you see is like this.
Yeah, you know what? I tell you, it probably could do a Friday 13th, or what's that guy with the big claws, Jason?
Yeah. No, that's Freddy.
Freddy.
That's Nightmare on Elm Street.
Same thing.
What do you mean? He has fully exposed.
Catholic school is predatorial.
No, Jason has the hockey mask.
Whatever. All I'm telling you,
Freddy doesn't. Freddy was burnt. His skin's all fucked up, but his face is fully exposed.
All right. Well, let's move on from Freddy. What else you got today?
Get with your fucking nightmare shit. They used to give me nightmares as kids.
Oh man.
Oh, I got a good story about that.
Oh jeez.
So I used to watch that shit when we was kids. Like freaking Freddy and Jason were really big when I was a kid.
I didn't watch that crap.
They were really big when I was a kid.
I did watch the first one, and after that, I got bored.
But when you're a little kid, your imagination runs wild. So it's more exciting.
Did you hear what you just said?
Your imagination runs wild.
No, you said you were a little kid.
I know. I came out of my mom this. I know that's the running joke.
I'm not going to make the joke about that, but your mom must have been hurting for years.
I was a big baby, not as big as this guy will tell a story. But
how many of you girls out there had like 40-pound babies?
That wasn't 40.
That's called like a little elephant, a beluga whale.
What's that big?
That is so funny.
So freaking.
So let's get into the politics today. What do you got?
We'll get there in a second. I'm telling the story. It's pretty good.
What the fuck story are you telling? You're always boring.
So shut up. So
he has to tell me shut up till I shut up. Go ahead. And that really didn't work, did it? Go ahead.
It never works because you don't know how to fucking stop flapping the lips.
I got nothing to say.
Flapping the gums.
I got nothing to say.
Then shut up.
Thank you.
So I used to get scared shitless as a kid by like Freddy and Jason and shit like those type of movies when I was a little kid. I mean like freaking nightmares all night.
Secretary.
I'd freaking like it was pretty bad. So my freaking brother, my older brother, so he liked to torture me quite a bit for his own amusement.
I agree with him.
So then one night after we watched one of the movies, I try to go to bed. I go to bed, get put to bed, whatever. I'm like 7, 8, something like that. 7 years old maybe. So I'm going into bed. It's on the first story of the house. I'm in bed, sitting there scared shitless, trying to fall asleep or whatever. All of a sudden, I hear fucking chains rattling outside my window, and then they freaking start banging up against the side of the house. I lose my fucking shit. Scared, absolutely shitless, jump up, run into my parents' room, just like crying, crying like a baby.
Mama, Daddy.
Yeah. My brother comes walking. So my parents are trying to console me and trying to like calm me down, all that shit like parents do.
It's only a nightmare.
Yeah, they're trying to calm me down and relax me.
It's your brother.
My brother comes walking in the house carrying a fucking chain-link bicycle chain, laughing his dick off. Laughing his ass
You know what?
off.
I can see that happening.
I mean, looking back on it, it's fucking hilarious. But at the time, I'm like, what an asshole.
I think it's hilarious, too.
I mean, but not when you're 7 years old and it actually did scare you. It ain't funny in the moment.
How could
It's pretty funny now, though. It's fucking good.
How could a 7-year-old 6'12" be scared?
I wasn't that big then.
She's like 5'4".
I still get night terrors.
Still
to this day. I still get night terrors.
All right, so let's move on. What else you got going on in your life?
Night terrors. Do you ever have a night terror?
Yeah, someone stole my spaghetti this morning.
Maybe you're freaking. Maybe you're Chucky Belly. Ate it in the middle of the night. You don't remember.
I don't want to talk about me, but I'll tell you what. Mm-hmm. All you young people out there, college, first roommate, second roommate. How many of you live out there and your roommate steals your food every time? They come over.
Oh, I'm sure
with
a lot
their
of people can relate
friends.
to that.
They steal your alcohol. They steal your beer. They steal
your girlfriend.
Well, that happens a lot. They definitely are stealing your girlfriends. Like, I really like your friend. Yeah, okay, yeah. Once he puts his penis in, you're going to like him. And they move on. But the thing is, like, they steal all your food, and you're like, and then they turn around and tell you,
I didn't do it.
I didn't touch it. Yeah. It wasn't me. It had to be all the people that you had over.
You know what it was. It was the live chicken you had running around, broke into the fridge.
It could have been the chicken, and it's true because all of you out there, all these people that do this to you, it's like you're not friends with them anymore. I mean, it's that simple. Unless they bought you a car.
Well, I mean, you give people a little leeway here and there because none of us are perfect. But if you have a friend that's continually freaking fucking you over like that, you gotta cut them loose.
That's it.
You can't
kick them out of the house. Move on.
You can't continue to, or at least confront them. And then if they keep doing it, you gotta come loose. You can't accept poor treatment in life.
Poor treatment. Is that porch treatment or
Poor
poor treatment?
Poor treatment. Bad treatment.
So since you're bringing up poor treatment,
Yes.
that's like porch treatment. Tell me about the time you went down to Seaside and you ended up on some dude's porch waiting for an Uber. But tell me the story before you got to the Uber.
Okay, all right.
Here we go. This is good. This is down in Seaside.
No, it was in Cape May.
Seaside Heights,
No,
Cape May.
this was in Cape May. Cape May is like an hour apart from each other.
So where's further down south, Cape May or
Cape May.
Seaside?
Cape May is pretty much like the last shore town in New Jersey
Before Long Beach Island?
No, it's south of that. It's south of Atlantic
So
City.
it's past Wildwood.
Past Wildwood.
Past
It's the last exit on the Parkway before you're.
Well, the
you're-
last
before you're
exit
going to
I always
Delaware.
saw on the Parkway was Atlantic City. So
It's
I got
past Atlantic City. Atlantic City's exit like 30 something
so I must have got
for
off.
the AC Expressway.
So I must have got off early.
Yeah, Cape
Son
May.
of a bitch! I fucking missed
Literally,
Cape
is
May.
like exit. They just call it exit 0 or exit 1. It's literally the last exit on the Parkway.
So when you're
before you
driving
go
down
into
there
Delaware.
and you go down there,
Yeah.
what happened?
All right, so we're down there.
How many guys?
5, 6. We were down there for my buddy.
He's down there with 5 guys and they have no hotel.
My buddy was freaking. He graduated in the police academy,
Is there-
so we all went down there to party.
Wait.
We had a big dinner
So
with his
you
family.
you went with a cop.
Oh, I met, he was already down there, but I went with a couple other buddies who drove down.
All right.
That were a big friend group, whatever. So we're all down there partying.
Like all you college people, the big friend group, and you get fucked. Let's hear it.
And these guys are fucking drinkers. They could drink.
And they're all his size,
And I
all
can-
7 foot
yeah.
people,
They're all like freaking
monsters.
6. Yeah, they're all 6'2", 6'5".
Weightlifters.
Yeah, they're all big motherfuckers. So down there, so everybody's a fucking drinker party. Get shit faced fucking hammered. I mean, like I am fucking retarded. I could barely walk.
This is what happens when you get big guys that don't drink.
I get in an argument with the one guy who's
Wait,
not over
you got
6
an
foot.
argument with a little guy?
Yeah, it's the one guy in the friend group that's not 6 foot. This guy has always had an attitude with me. I've always just kind of fucking ignored it and just kind of moved like fucking. I don't because I'm not out there to fight when I'm having.
Was he
fun.
wearing puka shells?
Probably. The one motherfucker that's not 6 foot is always giving me shit. I finally had enough that night. I said, what the fuck is your god? Because he gave me shit. Actually, a girl was trying to hit on him, and I was like in between the two of them. And she said, and she was kind of cute.
So you were cock blocking.
No, she was kind of cute. And so she says a couple things to me, like asking about him or whatever. So I'm like, fuck it, I'll hook. I don't give a fuck. I'm like, so I told him, I tap him, I'm like, yo, this girl thinks you're kind of cute. You want to talk to her? He starts cursing, like fucking going off him and leave me the fuck alone, motherfucker. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? Like, I'm just, if you don't want to talk to her, I don't give a 2 flying fucks. I don't care about this bitch.
Cocaine's a dangerous drug.
I was on coke. So,
You were?
I don't do that shit. He might have been, I don't know. But, so he yells at me because some girl's hitting on him. What kind of shit is that?
I don't want to go sexual.
It's not sexual. It's
No,
just
no.
fucking. It's
If
just
the girls,
it's bar
wait,
etiquette.
is she good looking?
She was. She wasn't like a smoke, but she was definitely.
How
she
was the
attractive.
body?
She was in shape. She was attractive.
And you guys are drunk?
She was attractive. We're all drunk.
There's 5 of you.
And it wasn't like he was talking to a girl on his other side, because then I would
So
understand.
there's 5 girls,
no. There was like
5 guys, and one girl's hitting on one of them, and he turns her down, and the other 4 of you guys let her escape? What the hell's the matter with you?
She was only interested in him.
Yeah, you know what? I
I'm gay.
already told that story. She's only, I run into that.
Let's keep going.
Okay.
So anyway, so I go off on this after the bar. We all leave. I go off on this guy. My other buddy apparently fucking has a problem with him that night too. Goes off on him and fucking rips it. So we ended up fucking parting ways. Like they went one direction, we went another direction.
This is what happens with
We had-
college friends.
Fucking shit face hammered.
They're not friends no more.
Yeah.
Go on.
Shit face hammered. So we fucking start wandering around Cape May. We didn't have like a hotel booked or anything like that. I told them to, but they didn't want to. So freaking wandering around, wandering to find a couple of hotels miraculously.
And they're
booked.
no vacancy.
They're booked.
No vacancy for big guys.
I asked them if we could sleep in the fucking lobby. They said they'll call the cops. So we had to fucking keep it moving. So we're wandering around. So I'm like, fuck it. Let me get an Uber. Maybe
This
the Uber.
is Cape May
Yeah, Cape May.
in the summer.
Yes.
A lot of pussy down there at that
peak
time.
shore season.
A lot of penis, a lot of pussy.
I did freaking almost hook up with a girl at night, but that's whatever.
Yeah, and you know what happened on that night? Probably you didn't get lucky. Even if you did get lucky, you had no car.
Well, she had a place.
Well, you messed up on that one. You could have slept that off.
Yeah, she was into me. But anyway.
So tell us what
whatever.
happened to you.
So we're fucking wandering around. So a freaking.
How many streets you wander around? Like, are we talking
We're
after?
wandering
Are we
everywhere.
talking about after the bars close and kicked you out?
We're walking for a good hour and a half, just aimlessly, basically.
So I never been to Cape May. Is Cape
Yeah.
May like Wildwood, where there's a lot of hotels and it's got a strip you can walk down, like the middle of the street, where there's like.
it's a little bit different.
All right.
There's not as many hotels as Wildwood has.
Right.
It's not late. It's more of like an actual.
So
sort of
you were
neighborhood.
actually becoming like a criminal attitude, like scurrying through the night.
We're scurrying like fucking squirrels trying to find shelter, and the storm's coming in.
And it wasn't raining. So what you're doing, actually, you're scurrying through the streets here and like, we got to avoid the police because if they find us.
I was just more worried about having a fucking place to sleep that I wouldn't get like robbed or fucking like, stabbed or some shit.
Who's going to fucking rob someone that has $1 in their pocket?
How do you know what somebody has in their pocket or not? So, wandering around, I'm trying to find it. Got kicked out of a couple of hotels. So I'm like, let me order a fucking Uber. So then we had to set an address. I don't know if you know how Uber works, but you set your address of where you are and also your destination. So you set address of where you are, where you want to be picked up.
How did you know the address?
We walked to like a corner, saw like the street sign.
Okay, and you remembered it by the time you ordered it.
And then we walked to like a freaking front of a house that, like look at the number.
Is this like Domino's Pizza?
So we're like, we'll stand here and wait for the Uber. So the Uber takes like 20 minutes or something. So by that time, like we're fucking.
Is that a 3-star Uber or a 4-star?
Fucking 8. I don't know.
It only goes up to 5, but that's all right.
So we're sitting in front of this house and I kind of look over. I'm like, that porch looks comfortable. I had some like chairs
and
like a sofa or whatever.
So it had a swing.
Like
it had a love seat swing, and you and your buddy sat in the love
So
seat.
like, let's go wait for the Uber up there.
So you and your buddy sat in the love swing together and fell asleep.
We go up there. So we fucking both pass out fucking cold on these people's porch. So I am out fucking cold. Next thing you know, my phone starts ringing. So I look at, so it fucking wakes me.
It's the Uber dude.
It rang like 10 fucking times, like 10 different times. It's like I got 10 different calls.
Did he say like this? Oh, your Uber's here.
Yeah, so after like the 9th or 10th call,
very good. Your Uber's
I finally
here.
pick it up. I finally come to enough to pick it up. I'm like, who the fuck is it? What the fuck?
What do
He's
you
like,
want? You woke me up.
I'm like, he's like, this is the Uber driver. I'm like, I'm fucking sleeping. What the fuck do you want?
You're the Uber.
But then I realized, I'm like, shit. I'm like, we're on some random motherfucker's porch. They're going to come out in the morning and shoot us.
So you're sitting there.
So I grab my buddy so we fucking get into the Uber.
So your buddy's head is leaning on your shoulder.
No, there was like 2 different love seats. So I had one, he had the other.
So
We weren't cuddled up.
a minute.
It was in the summer, so it was warm out.
You guys got your own love seats without any chick next to you.
It was a nice house.
Wow.
Maybe there was a chick inside. I don't know.
So you're sitting on $1 million home's love seats waiting for an Uber.
Honestly, it probably was $1 million house. And we were just like fucking falling asleep on their porch.
And the guy that came to you had a red dot.
And it was like a semi-enclosed porch, too.
Your Uber here. Unbelievable. You know they own all the 7-Elevens though in California.
Indians?
I mean, I wouldn't say that's being discriminatory.
Well, but Apu and Simpsons. Oh, they took them off of the Simpsons.
Yeah, I mean,
Fucking super political correct bullshit.
That's all bullshit. They
were actually celebrating Indian. He was a small business owner, making something of his life, and accomplishing something, and freaking putting his kids through school. He was the American dream. He came to this country. Apu came to this country. Apu. You know what I'm talking about.
Apu came to the country.
He came to this country and made something of his life and was freaking doing something with his life, and they shit on him. So they shit on an immigrant.
They always do.
Motherfuckers.
I got to hit the restroom.
It's like the same motherfuckers that fucking canceled Aunt Jemima and Uncle Ben. Oh, let's get rid of all the freaking non-white people in the supermarkets. That way there's only white people left now. Oh, but let's freaking have equality. Yeah, so now it's equal. There's nothing but white people in the fucking convenience and the supermarket now.
I think we opened the
fucking brilliant.
I think we
absolutely fucking brilliant.
I think I opened the cage and the monkey is out.
Do you know the level of stupidity these people have? It knows no bounds.
You know what I'm going to do for you to make you happy?
For me? What are you going to do?
I'm going to find a jungle or a big yard. I'm going to put a swing with a tire in it.
Will it have a porch so I could pass out on it?
Well, no, we're going to film you from the porch.
So I'm not allowed on the porch?
No, you're not allowed on the porch because we already see you got problems. What we're going to do is we're going to put a swing with a tire in it. We're going to put you in the tire.
Yeah. Throw bananas at me?
Huh?
Throw bananas at me.
We're going to throw bananas at you, and then we're going to close the cage, and then when we let a female in there.
There's a cage. Now I'm in a cage?
Just work with it.
I am working with it. I'm trying to find out the scenario.
And we're going to find out what you're really interested in.
Is it like jail bar type of cage, or is it like the front has like the thick glass?
Well, it's the front with
like
the
bulletproof glass.
No, it's like wire all the way around, up and top,
like
around.
Chain link?
So you can't get out. Yeah.
Like chain link.
Yeah, so you're trapped.
So this is a fucking cheap rundown zoo. This isn't fucking hoity-toity zoo.
Everybody says we're primates, and that's true.
This is like a zoo at your local park. This isn't fucking. This isn't a high-end zoo.
That is pretty funny because when I go to the
high-end zoos have the fucking bulletproof glass.
It looks like a zoo.
Well, fucking nowadays the world looks like a zoo.
Well, it's almost like if I go to the park and it looks like a zoo.
I know why the park looks like a zoo, because you're out there fucking feeding every squirrel within a 10-mile radius.
Should I carry a weapon?
Like a squirrel whisperer.
Should I carry a weapon so I don't get killed?
You should. How about you tell that story about when you almost got attacked by a squirrel?
Squirrel. Well,
at the park.
Oh yeah, that one. I'm feeding them, throwing them peanuts. I got the window all the way down.
Why don't you?
There's always
tell them what I told you before this actually happened.
There's always a bad squirrel out there.
What did I tell you before when you were doing this on a regular basis? What did I tell you before this happened?
Oh, I think you might have said something stupid like, they're wild animals.
You keep feeding them, they're gonna fucking come at you.
There's a show with wild animals doing this.
I know, but
people are trying to feed an elephant fucking peanuts in a car. It's like,
well, it's a safari.
The goddamn elephant weighs more than the fucking car, you jackass. Or I'm gonna feed hyenas, or
hyenas,
or I'm gonna feed what's those ones that got the red asses on their back?
Baboons.
I'm gonna feed the baboons.
Will fuck you up.
They got teeth longer than your fucking fingers.
They will fuck you up.
And it's like, oh, well, we were just trying to feed it. All of a sudden, he stuck his head in here and bit my face. It's like, how stupid are you people? And you know what? Poor people ain't that stupid. You know why? Because they can't afford to go on these stupid trips. Stupid.
That has nothing to do with stupidity. That just is an economic issue.
Oh yeah, it is. Like, well,
I guess it could have to do with stupid.
No, it does. It does because it's like, listen, look at all the money on my wallet, my credit card. This fucking baboon isn't gonna fuck with me. I'm gonna give him a banana, and I got 12 bananas sitting in the middle here. And you can see he ain't gonna mess with me because I got money. My dad's a lawyer. My grandfather's a judge.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm kind of retarded.
People that do that
are retarded. It's like, come on. It's like, oh, listen, we got 20 pounds of beef in the car. We're driving in a fucking Jeep with no fucking cover. And I see 4 lions, and I'm sticking a goddamn 10 pounds of the beef on a stick out to the lion 4 feet away. And it's like, get some good pictures. Get a good picture. The fucking lion eats the goddamn beef and then eats you. It's like, did you get the picture? Yeah, let's get out of here. He ate 3 of us. Fucking idiots.
I gotta be honest with you.
Oh, I hate when people are honest with me. Because when I know someone's honest with me, they're fucking lying. Liars.
Liar.
Completely. What do you got to be honest about today?
That's actually my dream vacation.
What, having sex with a lion?
An African safari.
Well, you know what? You really think about it on the lion part. Here we go with sex again. God.
I don't want to feed them fucking meat at the end of the stick. But I want to go out there like in the wild where they live and shit and see them like running around.
Well, you know what? I'm going to stay out of this conversation. I'm just going to say one thing. It's like,
what?
how...
I understand your point.
What's the best
I'm
thing?
not saying you're wrong.
What's the best thing for the headline? And he's got like 12 mistresses, and it's like, wow, they're all mine. That's got to be a great thing.
He's the alpha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they cook, clean, and bring the food back for you. Now, you can't beat that. Where is this in America?
No, they still hunt too. They all hunt together.
No, they ask the big guy to get in when it's a big kill, when they can't kill it.
Well, it's
Like when they go after when they go after an elephant,
Like a tough kill.
or they go after
Yeah.
I forget what they're called, the big guys with the big horns, the bulls.
Rhino?
No, they don't bother with rhino. Rhino's got too tough a skin. You know, rhinos are
Hippo?
They don't fuck with hippos either.
Wildebeest?
No, they fucking kill all that. They're easy to kill. It's
Impala?
Impalas are fucking, they too fast. They get the fucking jaguars get them.
They eat impala.
You're making me hungry. What the fuck kind of Mexican food we going for today? Horse and a burrito? I'm fucking starving now.
What animal are you talking about? You're sure you're not talking about a wildebeest?
No,
I thought they have like fucking horses that come off.
It's considered the most dangerous animal in Africa. It's a giant bull. It weighs like 2 tons.
I don't know.
Ton and a half. It attacks you if you fucking get too close to it. It kills the lions.
What?
It will come to me. Everything comes to me. And I don't want to hear a sexual joke about that one. I know he's going to say, everything comes to me. Oh,
I'm sure
it does. Anyway, I figures he's always got to throw crap.
Stop it. Get some help.
Speaking of Dr. Phil,
What?
what's latest on the news today?
Are you delusional? Do you suffer from a mental illness?
Is he on the news?
So what we're going to do, we're going to set you up here because I got to go to the restroom.
Go to the restroom.
And I'm going to take a rest.
Go take a rest.
I'll be there for 20 minutes.
All right.
Can you carry this situation by yourself?
I'm guessing this is a number 2 situation, not a number 1.
Nah, I'm fucking with you. Anyway.
Make sure you wipe good. This guy is smelly sometimes. You know what they call him? They call...
Wait, Smelly Cat.
Smelly cat!
Smelly cat!
Smelly cat!
Smelly
Why
cat!
are you so smelly?
You know what? We got to get an acoustic in here for Smelly Cat.
Do you know how to play guitar?
Yeah, you just go... That's like she did.
That's not how it goes.
That's what she did. Smelly Cat!
This guy's a smelly jackass. You know what they call him? They call him Smelly Melly. He's like one of the Garbage Pail Kids. I don't know if you guys, remember Garbage Pail Kids, but they were like these little cards, and like they had like, like little like runt type of kids, like little misfit type of kids, and I forgot the names of all of them. One probably was Smelly Melly, and then the picture of him on there, a freaking ugly jackass chasing a wildebeest through the African safari. So, but they would have like little Rugrat type of kids, and like each one of them had a different thing. One smelly, one had like a runny nose, one, they're all like gross-ish type of things, but it was a big thing back in the day, and I enjoyed the Garbage Pail Kids. They're like playing cards, like baseball cards basically, and they were fairly entertaining. I think they might have came with a stick of bubble gum in the packaging. That's how you get the kids. You lure them in with candy. Hey, kids, you want some candy? Free candy. My grandma used to do that. She used to freaking, this is coming from a loving place, but she used to want to feed everybody. She wanted to make sure everybody was fed, like grandma should be, grandmother should be. Wants to take care of everybody, make sure everybody's protected, and has a full belly. She used to freaking, when the neighborhood kids would be playing and shit like that,
Look at the belly I'm talking about.
she would like freaking yell out, "Hey kids, want some crackers?" Thank you very much, sir.
You said you want some crack?
Crackers.
Oh, crackers.
Yeah. Like actual crackers. She wasn't
I
like
thought
saying
you were
anything
talking about white
nefarious.
people.
She wasn't saying anything nefarious.
That's what we call
It was, the door isn't closed. This guy. I gotta tell him everything. You gotta freaking.
Jackie kicked me out in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
Is that a fucking song from the guy that was in Wisconsin that played guitar
What?
30 years ago? Jack and Diane?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I figured that.
Is that like a duo or something like that?
Nah, that was some fucking guy that fucking made millions.
Yeah.
Hey! Put that fucking pig in your nose.
Fucking jackass. Shit I gotta deal with here. It ain't working, bud.
It's a fucked up pig.
You don't want to fuck your glasses up.
That's why I put him back up.
It's probably the only ones you got.
Whoa! Socko's here!
Oh, God. Stinky ass, crusty ass sock.
So, what did I miss? He probably was talking about me the whole time I'm gone.
I said your nickname is Smelly Melly. Like the Garbage Pail Kids. You remember the Garbage Pail Kids?
No, that was way after my time.
But you don't remember them?
Don't even know what you're talking about.
Really?
I didn't watch cartoons. When I was a kid, it was Speed Racer and Gigantor.
What about Mighty Mouse?
Was that the guy that No, that was Underdog.
Mighty Mouse was like Superman, but it was a mouse.
I'm not into TV like you.
I liked Speed Racer.
You know, how could you remember that? It was on in the 60s.
They had it on when I was a kid, too.
You know what I've
They
noticed?
actually made a movie, like a live action, or I don't know if it was live action, but they actually made like a full length,
you know,
theater release movie, Speed Racer.
Here's the worst thing about the people you believe in Hollywood. You, not me.
No, I
Here.
am not.
I'm a surfer when I
Hollywood
watch
is
TV.
evil.
It's like I can't watch a show more than a
Hollywood's evil.
When a commercial comes on, I move on. Anyway, point being, it's like they got the shows from 60 years ago on TV now. That's how bad these people are in Hollywood. And you know what they got coming out January 10th? The Hollywood Globes Awards. For what?
Emotional damage.
That's what they gave me.
We're running reruns. And we're all going to get dressed up in $40,000 dresses. And you should watch us so we get our money for all the advertisements. Yeah, exactly. Same
It's all
thing.
bullshit.
Yeah.
How come there's not?
You all should watch this shit because then you're full of shit too like them. They're like the government.
How freaking narcissistic, self-centered are you? Where you guys, first of all, you're paid ungodly sums of money for playing pretend, essentially. For doing bullshit work that ain't necessary in this world.
Well, they don't pretend when they abuse people.
That isn't enough for them. That isn't enough. That
No,
they
there's
make
an award for
insane
abusing
amounts
somebody.
of money. They get adored by the fucking world, by billions of people. That's not enough.
I don't adore them.
That's not enough for their egos.
I don't adore any of them.
I don't either. But a lot of people actually, sadly, do adore these assholes.
Well, there's a few girls I would bend over. There's no doubt about that.
But that isn't enough for them and their egos.
It's enough for me.
They need to get dressed up, be all fancy, have people take their pictures, and hand out fucking gold statues to each other and pat each other on the fucking back, saying, "You did a great job pretending to be somebody else."
You know what? I don't want to go sexual.
Imagine that. You get somebody pat you on the back and said, "You did a good job pretending to be somebody else."
Listen.
Not being a good person yourself, but pretending to be somebody else. You did
That
a great,
you're not.
great job. What a bunch of shit.
Well, here's the
How come
funny.
there's not Carpenter Awards?
Listen, there should be. I mean, I see all these advertisements like for asbestos, and they mention electrician, plumbers, but they don't mention carpenters. It's like, how do we get left out of the equation? Anyway,
That's not for a fucking award thing. That's like if you have a fucking incurable disease.
that they gave you working on their houses.
That's like a fucking, that's like an ambulance chaser, fucking lawyer lawsuit commercial.
Now you got me all lost. What were you talking about? Oh, you know what they should have an award for? Swapping Hollywood girls and swapping Hollywood men.
What do you mean?
Like a sex club, because that's what they do. It's like,
They're sick and perverted,
I mean,
evil. They're satanic.
Each one, if you really round it off, and I want to stay away from sex today, if you round it off, there's like what, 1,000, 2,000 actors, not counting the
More than that.
No,
You
we're
mean
not
like A-list?
Yeah, A-listers. You're talking a couple thousand, whatever. The other ones are like whatever they call them for the people on the side that never say a line at the walking in the streets and
Extras.
shit. Extras. Extra, read all about it. My pussy's on stage. And it's like, so what do they do? I'm going out with,
Janet.
I'm going out with,
I begged to Janet
I'm looking
once.
for you to name a couple fucking stars' names, asshole.
Oh, actual stars?
Yeah.
Jennifer Aniston.
So I'm going out with Jennifer Aniston this week. I'm fucking her in the ass. I'm fucking her in the pussy. Next week, who am I doing?
Sandra Bullock.
I'm doing Sandra Bullock. Booyah! She's way better. Her pussy don't stink about. Who else am I doing?
J-Lo.
I'm doing J-Lo. Big titties. Bam! I'm doing her with the penis. I'm playing the swamping thing in her mouth. She's chasing the worm. Come on her face, all over her hair. And she gets mad when you come in her hair. I'm fucking losing it.
So much for...
Unbelievable. And
So much for
wait. And they want a fucking award? Are you kidding me? Award for what? How many penises they suck? How many vaginas they fuck? Give me a break.
Stop it. Get some help.
You really got... Wow. Hold on. I don't need to call 911. You might have a heart attack. Jesus Christ.
Excuse me. We're staying away from sex.
Oh, yeah. I was just going to say so much for having a fucking non-sexualized episode.
This is a non-sexual episode, and I apologize, but all you jackasses are watching these fucking morons. I need my inhaler.
I think maybe you should take a sip of your beer. Calm you down.
All right, so where are we going on from here?
Holy shit,
So
I don't know where to go after that. I mean, that was quite the fucking rant.
You know what?
You had a lot of shit built up inside you had to let out, apparently.
I mean,
Holy shit.
Just...
I mean, I agree with you. They're all fucking sick, perverted pieces of shit.
We're not going to go into it because I'm trying to avoid all these subjects. But
I mean, you went pretty fucking deep right there.
I don't
Pun
know.
intended.
I don't know which deep you're
Pun
talking
intended.
about. But anyway, you look at all the murders and stuff that they get away with too, killing each other's spouses, murders. I mean, why is it that? Well, I watch a lot of murder shows, not
Like Dateline type of shit or
yeah,
whatever.
all that FBI and this. It's like, why? And I mean, I only watch because I'm surfing through and I see 5 minutes advertised and I move on. But why is it that all these rich people kill their spouses, their children, or their husband? Well, spouses is the same either way, but back and forth.
Your
It's like,
husband is your spouse.
yeah, or your wife for
That's your spouse.
for money. I mean, these people are just ridiculous. And in Hollywood, a lot of it's like the Black Medallia.
Ooh, what?
Yeah, the Black Medallia. Look it up.
What the fuck is that?
Where the girl was cut up into, like, 1945, I think, or so. She was cut up into pieces by a...
She was like a big actress or something?
Yeah, she was an actor, and she got cut up into, like, surgically cut up into pieces and
Well,
parts.
they made like sushi out of this bitch?
They removed parts of her body like a doctor did, a surgeon.
So they like stole her organs?
I think it was called the Black Medallia.
So they like harvested her organs and like sold her organs?
No. They harvested whatever they cut out of her.
Yeah.
And they left her in the park or somewhere to be found.
What did they do with what they harvested? You don't remember?
The guy's never been caught.
Oh, so they don't know what happened when it was a body that was missing a bunch of shit.
That was surgically removed by a professional.
So they could tell it used like professional instruments. It was done like
They made a movie.
actual
It's called The
surgery.
Black Medallia.
I've never heard of this, to be honest. Not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying I never heard of it.
You ever hear her getting pegged?
What is?
Let me ask you a question now.
Stop it. Get some help.
Even though we're not going there today.
That's what I'm saying. We're not going to talk about it, but let's talk about it.
No. I just want to ask you a question. Is
Yeah.
getting pegged
Yes.
considered
Yeah.
from a female or a male? And you're a male getting the pegging part.
I think it's pretty much a female doing. A female could do it to a female and also to a male.
Wait
But
a minute.
a man isn't pegged. That's just
if a
sex.
girl,
'Cause he has the real deal.
If a girl is doing it to a girl, that's lesbian sex, isn't it?
But it's still she's pegging the other girl. It's
What
still
about
it's
if she-
pegging is still happening?
You're avoiding my question.
I'm trying. I don't think I am.
Well, you probably don't know the answer until you get pegged.
I do know the answer.
All right, good. So you've been pegged. So here's the
Guys can't do what they call pegging. Guys don't do pegging. They fuck.
All right, so you have to have a strap on for pegging.
Yes.
All right, we'll move
Yes.
on. What else you got today?
So, with that being said,
Are you delusional?
what happened to you?
Oh, jeez.
And I hear there's some incident occurred in New
1996.
Mexico. I don't know.
Oh, that was 1987.
What happened in 1987 to good old Joey boy?
Well, let's see. I was fucking homeless in Texas, and I said it was time to move. I was going to go to Florida. I got a phone call. I called somebody. They called me back.
Like a buddy or something?
Yeah, Miracle said, come to California. There's a lot of work out here. So I packed up my crap, which is only a van.
All right.
Let's see. I had a shotgun, 45, $5,000 in silver coins.
And your tools and shit.
A quarter pound of weed. Good weed. Good fucking weed. We're talking 87. Fucking, I used to have the buds. They were like 18 inches long. Had them all wrapped up there. And they're all right by, and I'm driving a van, Chevy van. So the motor's in the middle. The van's all customized. So I got all
the motors in the middle.
Well,
you mean like like kind of like it kind of backs into like the center console area? Right. I got you. All right,
so I already customized my whole van, put like quite a few thousand, customized it anyway.
Yeah.
Point being, we stop in Texas. They have these
buddies with you.
Yeah, one of my buddies was with me.
Okay.
He said he'd drive me and I fly him back.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
So we could drive straight through, whatever. Anyway, so driving straight through, we end up in El Paso, Texas, and we happen to see a cafeteria. In Texas, it's really big where they have these luncheon cafeterias, sort of.
Okay.
Where you could stop. It's not really a cafeteria.
Is it kind of like a big buffet type of place?
Yeah. It's like a.
I actually went
it's
to
like
one
a
of them
giant
once.
buffet.
Buffet. I actually went to one of them once.
The buffet is the higher class one.
It was like a barbecue type of. I went to one of them once with my family down in Texas.
Yeah, and in fact, there was that major
good.
shooting that happened decades ago when all the five guys escaped in Texas, going back like 10, 15, 20 years.
Like a prison break?
Yeah, and they killed a bunch of people. Anyway,
back to your story. So you're traveling, you stop at this
we
cafeteria.
stopped there. We stopped at the cafeteria because we drove all the way from Houston to there, which was like 600-700 miles straight through.
Right.
And I didn't even know Texas got cold. And I'll tell you what, in January, it was cold. I mean, we're driving out there, and I mean, there is no gas stations. There is nothing.
Once you're like in a lot of areas in the country, really, but once you're in Texas, if you're outside of the city area, it's just fucking open country.
So we stop at the cafe, we get dinner and stuff, and we got we ran out of the 8-ball of cocaine we had driving through.
You were doing lines while you were driving?
Yeah. Well, stay awake.
Little key bumps.
Yeah. So we got a little bit left, and so we do that. We did the last of the cocaine.
Yeah. And
then we drive like 1 or 2 miles, and we run into a roadblock, Border Patrol.
Yeah.
And so I'm like 20, 30 cars back, and the other guy's telling me, and he's like your age, 10, 15 years younger than me, or 5 or whatever. He's like, yeah, I ran into this in another state, same thing. It's like, well
you were like late 20s at this point.
I was probably 87, close to 30.
So he couldn't have been.
Why are you giving my age now? I'll never get laid.
We'll get you laid. Don't worry. That'll happen. But I'm saying he can't be too much younger because he wasn't like a teenager.
He was probably
or kid.
like 5
years. He was an adult.
He was probably like 5-6 years younger than me.
So he was like early 20s.
He was about your size or a little bigger.
Okay. So
Huge.
you're at this. So you're in this line.
He was my bodyguard.
20 cars back.
20 cars back. He goes, yeah, I've ran into this before. I was like, what is it? He goes, they're going to check us for drugs and this and that. And it's like, why didn't you say something at the cafeteria? Because it said roadblock up ahead.
Oh, they had like signs on the side of the road or something?
Yeah, but I had no idea what
it meant.
Right, because I never read it. It said like roadblock up ahead. I was like, so that's why we stopped at the cafeteria. Might as well get something to eat. Roadblock up ahead, whatever the hell that meant.
Thinking maybe there's an accident, or maybe they're just like a truck weigh station type of thing.
Yeah, until you pulled up and there's a bunch of security guards there. Not security guards.
That's not security.
You had
that's fucking another level.
Yeah, the what you call
that's
guy.
Federal.
What
the
else?
Border Patrol, right?
Border Patrols. We'll all sit up there with their things up there, and then the guy goes. I pull up and
did you ditch your shit before you pulled up?
No. My buddy, the cocaine was gone, so it's like there was no time to ditch it. The van was full; you couldn't move it anywhere. Anyway,
but you said you had weed and guns.
You want to tell the story, or I'll tell the story?
Sorry.
So we pull up, and my buddy looks like a Mexican, even though he's Italian.
He's just dark. He's
dark,
tanned up.
Got long black hair, a little greasy, whatever it was. Anyway, and he said,
"That's not the look to have at a Border Patrol fucking roadblock."
So we were in our chairs with the arms, whatever they call those chairs,
captain's chairs.
Captain
right?
chair. So we're driving the captain chairs, and he leans against the door on the right side there, goes, I'm going to pretend I'm asleep. I was like, what are you doing?
He's trying to fucking bail out.
So he's avoiding the whole thing. I pull up the guy's ass.
What a great friend.
The guy's ass ID, this, that. And I'm giving it to him. I'm shaking it. Who's your friend over there? What's his name? He's like, and
Pedro.
He's not even talking. He's like, he's asleep. And he's like, you got to wake him up. He won't wake up. Next thing I hear, he goes, well, you're really nervous. It's like, well, I don't know what the hell's going on. I pull over here. And then he finally wakes up, even though he wasn't asleep.
Yeah, he was pretending.
All right. You guys got it, the whole thing. Weapons. Yeah, I got a 45 right behind me. I got a shotgun behind me. The 45's loaded. I got $5,000 in coin. Why are you carrying a loaded gun? I'll tell you, because I'm traveling with money in the car. Where are you coming from? All right, get out of the car. They put us in a jail cell. They had these trailers with jail cells in them.
So you got thrown into a portable jail?
Yeah, portable jail.
Is it kind of like a paddy wagon? Or?
Well, they didn't put us into the jail cell till they pulled out the guns and there was, a quarter pound of weed.
So then they fucking threw you in the cell.
Right, then they threw us. Then it was like, what else you got in the van?
So then they were doing a thorough search.
Unbelievable.
And you had all your shit in there.
This is a custom van with custom panels on the
plus
doors,
you have it packed
wall.
with your shit.
Yeah. In fact, they found shit I didn't even know I had. I had
thanks for finding that. I was looking for that for weeks.
Because I unloaded my storage, at the time too, and it's like I had a smokeless pipe, I had the gold razor blade, a couple Coke spoons, I had a little, like
Did you have like a
cigar box?
Did you have like a specialized collection of drug paraphernalia?
Yeah, in a cigar box, and it was like.
Did you have it in a display case at home?
No, it was in a box, and they found it. It was like, what's this? It's like, I didn't even know I had that.
Who the fuck has a gold razor blade?
They're like, all right, we're going to pull all the panels off. And we're talking, we're talking from the regular van, we're talking all wood panels. I replaced everything, shellacked it all in ash. Nobody knows what ash is probably.
It's a type of wood.
Anyway, so and they're like, so I was like,
a lot of baseball bats.
So
are
he
made
goes,
out of
you
ash.
guys are going to be in prison for a while here, I'm like, I'll tell you what I'll do. He's like, what else you got in the van?
That's not prison. They locked your ass up in a porta potty.
Pretty much. I said, what else you got in the van? It's like, let me help you pull everything out and you can look at so I can get it because I've had.
So they don't destroy it basically.
Well, because I ran through this in Texas when they did, and we couldn't get it all back into the car once they pull it all out. If you strategically pack stuff into a vehicle, you're not getting it out when the cops go through it. You ever seen a cop do a?
Oh, they just toss shit over their shoulder. I've seen them. I've had my vehicle searched. They fucking just shit everywhere.
What's that stuff when they raid your house?
A fucking house raid?
Yeah.
What do you mean? Like a swatted?
It looks like you had a dog in there that fucking just tore up the house, and then you're like,
they're fucking animals.
Yeah.
They are.
They don't care.
They don't give a fuck.
So
even if you're nice to them and say, "Hey, listen, I'm complying," or go along with, please just like try.
Not in a raid.
They don't give a
anyway,
fuck.
the what you call people were pretty nice.
Border Patrol.
Yeah, the guy said, but he said he's going at the end. I went through it. I pulled all the stuff out. He was going to pull all the panels. I was like, man, I just spent $5,000 to customize this thing by myself.
Plus your time.
I'm talking $5,000 of material more. Yeah. With the overhead console, CB, stereos, everything. Anyway, bed. And I was like, if you tear that stuff up, it's like, there goes all my work.
Work and
anyway,
money.
He goes, so he let me out, kept the other guy in jail. Jail.
Locked up porta potty.
In the porta potty. And then I helped him pull it all out, and open it all out, pull out all the boxes. He searched the boxes. One box at a time. I pull everything out of the box. We put it all back in. At least I put it all back in. And we went through it all. He goes, well, you're really lucky. He goes, you know what we're going to do? We're going to seize your weed. I was fuck. It was all the good. It was all the good 420 with fucking red hairs and the green and the orange. It were like on 12-inch, 16-inch stems. Fucking killer shit.
Primo shit.
It was better than the shit they got in California in 1987. Anyway, they say, well, what we're going to do, you have a choice. You can give us the weed.
Yeah.
It's like, wait.
You don't have a choice.
Wait, I'm going to give you the weed. It's like you already got the weed. Yeah. He goes, and since you helped us, he goes, we're going to let you go.
Yeah.
We're seizing your weed. We're going to let you go with the guns. We checked the guns as far as
Unloaded
the
them.
serial numbers.
Make sure they weren't,
We checked
involved
for
in-
robberies where you just said you came from in Houston for silver coins and all that. And he says, since none of that came up and you helped us, I was there for like 4 hours fucking unloading my van and 4 hours putting it back in. And then when I had to put it all back in, they all walked away. I was like, all right, good luck.
You're done. Yeah, we're done here.
I was like, you're not going to help me put it back in?
You're on your own now. You're on your own, bud.
And so,
And hurry it up, too. We needed space.
so we get back in. Right.
Wait, so they said, what was the option? He said that they'll give you an option. So we'll take your weed. What was the other? We're going to arrest you?
Yeah.
And you can keep your weed? And you still can't keep your weed. How is that
No,
an option?
I wasn't going to keep it. They kept it.
But how is that an option? So it says, so there's an option. So you can we'll keep your weed and we'll let you go.
This is 1987.
What's the other option?
Well,
We're
the
going to
other-
arrest you and still take your weed?
I think it was. I think the guy that was running it.
So your option is, do you want to get arrested or not arrested?
I think the option was the guy put the quarter pound into his car of weed.
When they see shit, it's like at that, it's not. It's gone. It's out of your hands now. Who cares if he takes it for personal use or if they fucking put it in evidence? At that point, it doesn't matter to you. It's gone out of your hands now. Doesn't matter where it went. It's gone.
So I go to my friend that looks like you and I say, "So you can help me load the shit up?" He goes, "It's your shit."
Are you fucking kidding me? This guy really threw you to the fucking wolves.
So we get into. Listen.
Hold on. So he didn't tell you about the roadblock and what it meant.
Right.
Then when you get to it, he pretends he's not involved and tries to sleep it off.
That's what got us fucked right there.
And then afterwards, he wouldn't even help you load your van back up. He just stood there and watched.
Yeah.
What a dick.
Well, you want to hear?
How dare you?
And on top of that,
Yeah.
so originally we had one more joint left with cocaine in it, rolled up.
What, they didn't find it?
He had it down his pants.
They didn't search him? They didn't search you guys?
Yeah, they searched us.
Not well enough.
Right. But the thing is, it's like
Oh, like he had it in his balls?
somewhere down there. I don't
You're
know.
about to smoke it?
We never got a chance. I go to was like because it was real windy in El Paso. There, it's like because we're passing from El Paso to New Mexico. Right there, they got the border. They probably don't have it no more. But so we're going through there, and it's like so you got that joint left. You said because we're in jail, and we're talking about it. It's like I got one there. It's like, so where is it? He goes, well, when I put my hands in the pocket, it fell out of my pants, through his leg. And it blew away. It's like, you didn't pick it up because they're trying to arrest us for it. It's like, so now we got no weed? Fucking A. What a fucking bum trip from El Paso all the way to goddamn
California. I mean, I'm sure you could have hit, like, what, maybe Phoenix? I'm sure you're going through
We drove
Arizona.
through Phoenix. Yeah, we went through Phoenix.
I'm sure you could find some drugs in Phoenix.
Wow, I don't. That was bad enough experience. It's like, got away with my guns, didn't get arrested.
You're like, I tested my luck enough.
Yeah, just keep driving. And then I found out in California they have them set up all the time, roadblocks with DPS.
I mean, along the
Border
border?
Patrol, yeah.
I mean,
No,
along the state borders?
Yeah. Well, yeah, but then all of a sudden, like in 1997 or 8, they put in, it was like, oh, that's illegal, that's racist to be stopping people. Yeah, on Interstate 5,
They started a political bullshit.
Yeah, in Interstate 5, they have a thing going across on one side, heading them to L.A., so they can get the drugs coming in and stuff. They got the Border Patrol set up there. Sometimes it's open, sometimes it's closed. When I worked up in L.A.,
I have a solution for all this shit.
I worked up in L.A. a lot of times where they get the state trooper comes in front of you and
Highway patrol.
zigzags.
Oh, yeah, to slow down and
slows
shut down the whole road,
traffic
basically.
down to 30 miles an hour so they can get all their guys in the stations.
I mean, they do that for multiple reasons, but that's
that's
one
what
of them
they're-
in that case.
Yeah. And that's the end of that story.
But
And
I
next
have a
thing I know, I
solution-
was in prison for fucking 40 years.
I have a solution for all this shit.
Yeah, do drugs.
No. Shut the actual fucking border down. Lock it the fuck down. Problem solved.
You know
Why
what?
are you going to have a fucking border check of El Paso's 100, but miles north of the actual fucking border rather than just shutting the border down itself?
I remember going.
Fucking stupid.
Listen.
So you'd rather catch shit after you've already been infiltrated rather than, it's like you would rather stop a robber after he's already inside of your fucking house taking your shit rather than just keep him outside of your fucking house.
You want to hear a really good one? I got stopped by
fucking
border.
mind-blowing
I
with
got
these
stopped
people.
by Border Patrol again on an Indian reservation. This is a one-lane highway. I think it was Highway 6 it was called. Anyway, so I'm driving to the reservation to gamble, of course, because that's my profession.
Yeah,
I'm driving there,
right.
and all of a sudden, it's on the curves. You know, there's no exit like it's a DUI checkpoint, supposedly. It's just...
Like a windy road, you mean?
Yeah, it's S-turns and everything. We pull right up, and it's like, fuck. You're stuck right away. I mean, they got their...
You can't see it from far away.
No, you come up, and all of a sudden, boom, there's 10
boom,
cars.
you're around a curve, and fuck, you're just boom.
So what do I got? I got a Spanish-Mexican guy telling me, who are you? Are you American? I was like, and I looked at him, I'm like, you're asking me... a white man, if I'm American and you're fucking a Mexican.
You know there are white Mexicans, though.
I know, but I was just pissed.
They're just, yeah.
So we went back and forth.
Also, you're on the way to the casino?
Yeah, I'm on the way
so
to
you're
the casino.
pissed because he's fucking stopping
me from gambling.
Yeah. Stopping you from your addiction. Never get in the way of an addict and his addiction.
That's it. It's like, I don't care about the drugs.
Just let me get to the fucking casino,
Let me get to the casino so I can fucking lose all my money.
So that way I can fucking drive recklessly on the way home and try to kill
That's
somebody.
why I can't believe these people. It's like...
How dare they try to fucking stop you from fucking
How
your
dare
addiction.
you? I can't believe that these people these days go on an app, if that's what it's called. It's like, I could take my bra off. I don't have to gamble with my panties on. I got a little negligee on, and I can lose all my money sitting right here on my phone. And then all of a sudden they come back.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
Yeah, and
What
then
are you talking about?
Casinos on the on your phone.
Oh, you mean people could sit in their underwear at home and gamble?
Yeah, there's advertisements like, I could take my bra off. I don't have to travel in traffic.
Is that how the ad is?
Yeah.
I could take my bra off?
Yep. That was the first ones when they were coming out. I was like, I can take my bra. I don't have to put makeup on. I can sit here on my couch by myself and gamble.
I'm sure you go to a casino with some hardcore gamblers and there's some bitches in there without makeup and no bras that don't give a fuck. Have ketchup stains on their shirt.
You know, you go to the casino, you got to be very careful who's around you because there are thieves.
Of course there
or
are.
murderers looking for a target, you know.
Of course.
So
yeah, you
of
gotta
course,
watch your back.
someone your size, it's like we're going to need some infiltrators to get another target here.
Doesn't matter. I mean, my size does fend off quite a bit of problems, but
not me. I fucking beat your ass like a fucking goddamn cap on a goddamn rock.
Liar!
You know, when we were little kids, we used to have we used to buy these things, they were called caps. They were like little red.
bottle caps?
No, they were like a little red.
Oh, yeah.
And you sit there with a little rock.
Yeah, I remember them. I had them.
I'll cap your ass, motherfucker.
I had them.
Did you?
Yeah.
Get out of here.
I 100% did. It was basically like little gunpowder things done like in a paper strip, sort of.
Right.
Yeah, I remember them.
No kidding.
Did you ever have an actual cap gun?
Yeah.
That had like the red cap strips that you put in?
No, they weren't the strips. They were the same.
Oh, the round? You ever have the round ones like the revolver?
No, we never
Revolver cap gun?
We weren't that rich like you.
No, my rich neighbor had them.
And you stole them from your rich neighbor.
No, I was only I befriended him only because he had shit. He had a pool.
So first he was your friend.
He was never my friend.
How do you befriend a friend? Befriend is like turning them into the cops.
I'll be honest.
You don't have to be honest. This is not an honest show.
I was kind of a dick.
There you go. Now he's telling the truth of his personality.
Liar!
I was kind of a, but this kid was a big geek, so I was doing him a little bit of a favor too because he wouldn't have had friends without me. So one hand was washing the other. He was getting a friend out of the deal. I was getting somebody that had some shit that fucking I couldn't get. So he had a pool. So in the summer, I had a pool to swim in.
He had a girlfriend.
We're kids.
Go.
He did have a hot older sister, like a half sister.
Her mom was looking good.
No, mom was fucking hideous, ugly, ugly bitch.
I always wondered about
ugly
that.
bitch. But his half older sister, or second sister, whoever the fuck she is, she was hot. And she in the summer she'll be out there with a bikini. I know. I'll wrap this up. She'll be out there in a bikini.
So you had a sister in a bikini. Was that like a G-string
so
bikini?
She was hot. So, but he also had a room completely packed to the gills with every single fucking G.I. Joe ever made, even the fucking 6-foot aircraft carrier.
Did you ever notice about women?
So that's why I was friends with him. And he had fucking cap guns. On that note,
he had
any
a
last
friend,
thoughts?
He had a
like the damn video. Any last thoughts?
yeah. My last thought is women going to the beach in bikinis.
What about it?
I think
Gets excited.
and shorts, real short shorts. It's like if they got like an inch of their
Ass cheek.
their bottoms hanging out on their ass cheek.
Yeah.
And that is the sexiest turn on there is
That
in
is
the
pretty
world.
fucking sexy, I'll be honest.
I'm telling
That
you
is.
what.
It is hot.
And next year, you know what's going to happen when you go down the seaside? All the girls are going to be wearing they're going to pull their bikinis up a little bit so their ass cheek hangs out a little bit.
They know what they're doing.
No shit, they know
They
what they're
know what they're doing.
They know how to tease. Anyway, look up the Diktators. THE.
DIK.
T.
A.
T.
O.
R.
S.
Diktators. Ryan.
Joe.
Give us
I'm Ryan, he's
likes.
Joe.
Make sure you look it up.
Like the damn video. Share it. Tell a friend to tell a friend.
That's it.
Comment. Check me out on my social media. Soup to Nuts.
When we get big, you're going to be on our show, so make sure you call. We'll put your cheeks on the.
We'll give you a sticker.
We'll give you prime time.
Give you a sticker.
It's like filet mignon, baby. Other than that, we're signing out. Don't forget, Soup to Nuts.
SOUPEDTONUTS.
That's it. Soup to my nuts.
Soup my nuts up, baby.
Baby. Thank you.
Thank
you
you
have
for
a good
tuning
day.
in. We appreciate it.
Happy New Year.
Por favor.
Por favor. What's that mean?
Like us. That means please in Spanish.
Oh.
That's what you're supposed to tell the Spanish hookers. Por favor.
I always told them donkey.
Por favor, donkey.
Donkey.
Donkey, that's from Shrek.
Trek. It's the donkey. Come on, Trek.
Be my friend.
Be my friend. You want a little donkey action? Good night. You all have a good time.